So the Brian Reid Solo Memorial. This is Heat 1 coming out now for these guys. In Gate 1, Grant Tregonning on the 5 bike. The 10 bike of Hayden Sims in Gate 2. The 11 bike of Jake Gillespie will be in Gate 3. The 12 bike of Bradley Stockton is in Gate 4. The 16 bike of Daniel Shuttleworth is in Gate 5. And the 27 bike of Connor Spriggs is in Gate 6. So 6 of them contesting the title here for the Brian Reid Memorial Trophy for the solos. Young Hayden Sims back from a trip overseas. Raced in Italy in the World Under-21s. Would have hopefully picked up a few tricks of the trade, as it were, while he was over there competing in amongst with the big boys. Raced in, I think he was in Denmark as well at some stage of the game. I did try and keep track of what he was up to, but I didn't get it all together. Right, this heat sponsored by C. Brown Builders Limited. The tapes are up, they're underway. Who's going to be the first one down into that turn 1 and 2? It looks like Grant Tregonning. Hayden Sims has moved up into second place. Jake Gillespie's back there in third. Then we've got Bradley Stockton, is it on that 12 bike in that fourth position. Further back we go to Daniel Shuttleworth and Connor Spriggs. But at the moment, fighting out 1 and 2, it's Grant Tregonning and Hayden Sims. They've opened up a bit of a handy lead now over Jake Gillespie, who's sitting back there in that third position. There's a rider down, Daniel Shuttleworth. Threw it away down there in turn 2, so there's been a stoppage. Was looking at the battle that was developing between Grant Tregonning and Hayden Sims. There wasn't a great deal in it. So I was just getting word that he was having some issues with that bike. It's his older bike. Something's gone wrong there. That's a bit of a blow for Grant. So that leaves Hayden and Jake, Bradley Stockton and Connor Spriggs. This time Jake Gillespie's the first one down into the turn. Hayden Sims is right there with him. Bradley Stockton there in that third place. Connor Spriggs is back there in fourth position. Through they come. It's Jake Gillespie leading the charge now with Hayden Sims there in second place. Third place Bradley Stockton. Fourth place is Connor Spriggs. This is the C. Brown Builders Limited sponsored heat for the Brian Reid Memorial for the solos. Heat 1, Jake Gillespie leading the charge from Hayden Sims. Bradley Stockton and Connor Spriggs. There's been no change. Jake Gillespie and Hayden Sims have opened up a bit of a gap now over the other two. Bradley Stockton strikes a problem and he's pulled out. So that just leaves Jake Gillespie, Hayden Sims and Connor Spriggs in the hunt here. Down that back straight they go for the final time. Jake Gillespie still leading the way from Hayden Sims and Connor Spriggs. Oh, Jake Gillespie throws it away in the final turn. So Hayden Sims takes the win. Second place goes to Connor Spriggs. And third place will go to Bradley Stockton. Well, Jake Gillespie, after leading the charge just about all the way, loses it in the final turn, which is a bit of a shame for Jake, heading for maximum points and ends up with none.
Okay, folks, here we go. Oreti Park Speedway, of course, Brian Reid Memorial, and I got a chance to catch up with Jake Gillespie. Now, Jake, unfortunately, mate, what happened? You just sort of fell over at the final hurdle.
Yeah, just lost concentration, and couldn't do much about it. The bike dropped. It's pretty gutting, when you get that close, but couldn't do much about it once I was on the ground, if you know what I mean.
Of course, there's a restart as well, so you did very, very well off the restart. So, yeah, it looked like it was yours to have, and it's not to be, is it?
No, not to. Maybe the next race I'll get it.
And I suppose what happens from here, is there an opportunity for you to make up for that mistake, or are you pretty much chasing your tail for the rest of the day?
Well, I should be able to do it. If I get some points in the next couple of rides, I'll be fine, but it all depends what happens in the next one, if you know what I mean.
Well, best of luck for that anyway, mate. Who are your sponsors? Look after you.
It's Flying Spider Control, E. Hayes and Sons, the bike bits.
Good stuff, mate. Well, best of luck for the rest of the day.
Cheers.
And we've had a few defections out of this Brian Reid Memorial for the solos. And we'll see Bradley Stockton on the 12 bike in gate 1, Connor Spriggs on the 27 bike in gate 2, and on the outside in gate 6, Jake Gillespie on the 11 bike. So just the 3 of them left in this, which is pretty unfortunate, with Hayden Sims being out with a shoulder injury and Grant Dragoning with mechanical problems, and not quite sure what happened to Daniel Shuttleworth. Nobody gave me a reason for his defection, but anyway. Bradley Stockton, Connor Spriggs and Jake Gillespie. Jake Gillespie, remember, led this first heat of the Brian Reid Memorial for the solos and chucked it all the way down there in turns 3 and 4 on the final lap. So let's hope he keeps it all together here and scores maximum points, because he's leading the way at the moment from Bradley Stockton and Connor Spriggs. Connor Spriggs looks to slip underneath Bradley Stockton as they go through turns 1 and 2. But once again, Jake Gillespie has got it all in his grasp here. 6 or 7 bike lengths in front of Connor Spriggs, who's moved up into 2nd place. Bradley Stockton goes back to 3rd. Jake Gillespie still out in front as they head back down to that Newfield Autos turn. Through the Rogers Yamaha turn they come, and it's still Jake Gillespie. White flag comes out, 1 lap left to go. Connor Spriggs still there in 2nd place. Bradley Stockton still there in 3rd. There's been no change. Jake Gillespie led this from whoa they go. Just hang on to it, Jake, and through he comes. Past the McLeod's diesel sign he goes and takes the checkered flag. So maximum points there for Jake rather. He'll be happy about that. 2nd place going to Connor Spriggs and 3rd place going to Bradley Stockton. Well, a good win to Jake Gillespie there. 2nd place going to Connor Spriggs and 3rd place going to Bradley Stockton.
Okay, folks, so we are Oreti Park Speedway. It is, of course, the Brian Reid Solos Memorial. And unfortunately, this man had a good start. He won the first race, but injured. What happened? Tell us a little about what happened, Hayden.
Well, it's just an ongoing injury, really, that hasn't really fixed itself yet. And just every now and then, it'll just keep reoccurring. So just had to pull out just with the way it's turned on. Like, going around, you'd get to the probably 2nd or 3rd lap and your arm would just start numbing out, so you didn't have any feeling. So it's probably not worth the risk. Trying to race with only, half your strength, so to speak.
Well, of course, you're running around those tracks pretty quickly too, and the last thing we want to do is come off and actually hurt yourself some more. But tell us, it was apparently something to do with the AC joint or something, is it?
Yeah, well, in Denmark, when I was over in Denmark, I had a wee crash and partially dislocated my AC joint, and it happened to be the same shoulder that I'd hurt the last meeting here. So it's a bit of a shame, but I suppose that's racing and it's part of it.
Absolutely, of course, but I suppose under 21 solos are coming up here, New Zealand champs for that. You'll be here for that, obviously, and you want to be right for that, I imagine, would you?
Yeah, we'll try get it sorted soon. so hopefully I can race in the under 21s. But I've seen a specialist in November, so hopefully they can fix it by then, or I might have to take half a season off. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
And of course, 2NZ too. I suppose you want to try and get that all sorted out, ready to defend that, or perhaps go one better as well.
Yeah, one better would be nice, but yeah, like I said, we'll see how it goes, and hopefully we can. So. Good.
Well, sorry to hear about that, but anyway, while you got the opportunity to, your sponsors look after you. Who are they, mate?
Ooh,
you haven't got your bike on you, have you?
Nah, I've got too many, but I'll give it a go. I've got EIS, IQ, World Health and Fitness, Stabbycraft, TN Off-Roading, GoPro Invercargill, SIS, that's South Island Solo Spears, Topline Speedway Supplies, and oh, jeez.
That's close enough for us. And he'd also like to thank anybody he may have missed.
Yeah, anyone else may have missed. Everyone else that's helped me, mum and dad, and all the supporters.
Well, best of luck on that injury, mate, and we'll be pleased to see you back all fit and healthy and ready to go.
Sweet, thanks very much for that.
Coming out for Heat 3 of the Brian Reid Solo Memorial. So Jake Gillespie down in gate 1. This the Thwaites Contracting Limited sponsored heat. Jake Gillespie in gate 1. Gate 2 is Connor Spriggs. Gate 3, Bradley Stockton. Takes up and away they go. So once again, Jake Gillespie, first one down to the turn. Connor Spriggs right there with him. Bradley Stockton there in that third place. But once again, Jake Gillespie takes the lead. Through they come, past that Rogers Yamaha sign they go. Jake Gillespie with Connor Spriggs hot on his tail. Bradley Stockton still there in third place. Jake Gillespie down past the Scarecrow gardening sign he goes. Down into turns 3 and 4. He's got Connor Spriggs breathing down his neck as they head back down into turns 1 and 2. Bradley Stockton still there in that third place. There's been no change. Jake Gillespie led from the start. He gets up wide into the loose stuff. Connor Spriggs closes that gap just a little as they head back down into turns 1 and 2 again. It's still Jake Gillespie from Connor Spriggs. Connor Spriggs closes up on him once again as they drag to the finish, and Jake Gillespie takes the win from a fast finishing Connor Spriggs, who was right on his hammer, and Bradley Stockton will take third place. So another win there to Jake Gillespie. Connor Spriggs takes that second spot and Bradley Stockton takes third place. 2 minutes apparently has been called by somebody. Jake Gillespie, is it? This, as I say, the Dig It Earth Moving sponsored heat. Connor Spriggs, Jake Gillespie and Bradley Stockton. So Bradley Stockton, Connor Spriggs, Jake Gillespie, tape go, away they go. Once again, Jake Gillespie hits the front from Bradley Stockton and Connor Spriggs. So Jake Gillespie leads the charge. Bradley Stockton there in second place. Connor Spriggs is there in third. Not much between them. Jake Gillespie, as they come out of turns 1 and 2, just opens it up a little bit. Bradley Stockton and Connor Spriggs fighting out second and third. Connor Spriggs looking for a way round Bradley Stockton as they head back down into turns 1 and 2, and he gets round the outside of them as they come out of that turn. Now he's got Jake Gillespie in his sights as they head down into turns 3 and 4. Jake Gillespie, Connor Spriggs right on his hammer. He's got 1 lap left to go. Bradley Stockton still there in third place. Jake Gillespie, Connor Spriggs looking to get up the underneath Jake Gillespie as they head down that back straight and back down into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. It's still Jake Gillespie, Connor Spriggs right there with him. But Jake Gillespie hangs on for first place. Second place goes to Connor Spriggs, and third place going to Bradley Stockton. We're going to have the solo final first. So this is the Brian Reid Memorial Solo Final. And we should see Jake Gillespie, Bradley Stockton and Connor Spriggs lining up here. Have we got any idea how the points are all at the moment? So this is it, folks. The winner takes all here. Jake Gillespie lining up here in gate 2. Bradley Stockton going into gate 3. Connor Spriggs looks like he's choosing gate 4. So here we go. This is the final for the Brian Reid Memorial for the solos. Winner takes all here, folks. Tapes up and away they go. It's Jake Gillespie leading the charge from Connor Spriggs and Bradley Stockton. So Jake Gillespie, Connor Spriggs, Bradley Stockton, they're the ones that are fighting it out here. Still Jake Gillespie from Connor Spriggs and Bradley Stockton. Connor Spriggs closing up a little on Jake Gillespie as they go down past the extreme kart sign in the back straight. Round through turns 3 and 4 they go. It's still Jake Gillespie leading the way. Connor Spriggs right on his back wheel. Bradley Stockton, he's sort of lost touch with him. Connor Spriggs goes down. That's unfortunate for Connor. So that gives Jake Gillespie a handy lead now. He's got Bradley Stockton about 20 bike lengths off him. And Connor Spriggs back up and at it again, and back down he goes again. But anyway, 1 lap left to go. It's still Jake Gillespie. He's just got to keep it all together. And he will win the Brian Reid Memorial for the solos. So round they come. And Jake Gillespie takes the win. Put your hands together for Jake. He's been pretty consistent all day, apart from one heat where he came down in turns 3 and 4. I think he's just about won every other heat. And plus he has won the final. So there we have it. Jake Gillespie wins the Brian Reid Solo Memorial. So put your hands together for Jake. He'll grab the checkered flag and do a lap of honour. Well done to Jake. So good work, Jake Gillespie. As I say, been pretty consistent all day, bar from one little mistake he made in the first heat. He's gone on to claim the title. So finally, Jake will get his name on the silverware with the Brian Reid Memorial for the solos.